dark, dark story of milk. I don't want to sound like a pro-milk guy pounding down on anti-milk people. I think if you like milk, great. If you don't, fine. Maybe we can all just respect each other. You know, you don't like milk, you have to admit that there's lots of like vitamins and stuff in the milk. And it's not such a crazy idea to drink it. And if your argument is no other living creature drinks milk after they're babies, if that's your argument, I would like to point out that no other living creature has ever made things like this, like a microphone, like something capable of filming. Show me another mammal that knows how to make this and boil water. Like, no, we're very unique mammals, and we do all sorts of things that no other mammal does. That is actually our specialty. So I'm gonna build ladders and computers and drink milk because I'm a human, and the other mammals are not gonna do any of that stuff. So that's a dead argument, people. Don't use that as your argument anymore. Just say you don't like milk. That's all you have to say. Oh, I don't like milk. You don't have to just pretend that milk is evil and that people drinking it are crazy, because it's a very sound choice. Okay. Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Daniel. This is Daniel Channel. And today we're talking about milk. Why are we talking about milk? Because have you ever noticed how some people love milk, some people hate milk, some people have very strong opinions about milk? Things like, it's gross, and other people are like, it's good for you, and then other people are like, it's not good for you. Well, we're gonna figure all that stuff out today. We're gonna break it down. We're gonna learn everything there is to know about milk. We're gonna learn about the percentages. We're gonna learn about eggnog. We're gonna learn about not who invented milk, because nobody did. It comes out of animals and even us. We're gonna learn about the vitamins. We're gonna learn about I swear to God that there's more that we're gonna learn about. I said eggnog. Oh, we're gonna learn about the whole missing children thing on egg cartons. We're gonna learn about all of it. Got milk? We're gonna learn about that. I like milk. I drink milk every day, and everybody tells me that that's so gross, and they don't like milk. And how could I do that? What kind of monster am I? You know, you gotta be like a newborn baby deer to not be scoffed at drinking milk. Well, I say this is what I say. People have been drinking milk for like 9,000 years. The earliest evidence of animal milk drinking by humans is modern day Turkey 9,000 years ago, okay? Milk fats have been found on ancient shards of pottery, okay? So you might hear that people have only been drinking milk for like 1,000 years, or that only recently did people become able to drink milk. It's a bunch of crap. They've been doing it for like almost 10 grand of the yearage. 10 grand años. 10 grand euros. 10,000 years of milk drinking. Okay? Think about it. You're in the desert. There's nothing around. You have to get from A to B. You have cows. You're taking care of the cows. Without those cows can survive in the desert, no problem. You, not so much. These people, they go and they're drinking the cow's milk and the blood, and the cows, you know, it's like a symbiotic thing they got going on with the cows. Without the cows, these people would be dead. So, anyways, like this is the cold hard truth about milk. It's an excellent source of vitamins and minerals. It's got potassium, B12, calcium, vitamin D. It's a good source of vitamin A, magnesium, zinc, and thiamine. And it's just like a liquid in this fat, and all these vitamins just go right into you. You know, it's like a very effective way of consuming vitamins. And so this is from an article of milk haters, and they're saying, and the thing is, a lot of people don't like milk because their bodies simply can't process it. In fact, most adults globally are lactose intolerant. All babies produce an enzyme that allows them to digest lactose, but a mutation that allows adults to continue to digest this stuff only showed up a few thousand years ago. So a few thousand years ago, when the cold hard truth is that milk drinking's been going on for 9,000 years. That article is full of shit. A few thousand years, my ass. We've been drinking milk and consuming milk and having... Do you really think that for 8,000 years people just drank milk all the time and had diarrhea all the time and just didn't think about it? No, I don't think so. So don't let these milk haters tell you all this crap, because a lot of it's just straight up not true at all. And it's so easy to Google some article on like Forbes and then just have a bunch of wrong information, because these people don't care. They just want you to click on their shit. And like, have you seen how many ads are on? I mean, that's one of the reasons I'm doing this, is because if you can just watch this and learn about milk and not be bombarded with 800 ads on some stupid Forbes article, I did that for you, you know? So just trust me. Milk, if you want to drink milk, like, I'm going to help you. I'm going to give you the defense you need against these bastards that want to pretend that milk's not good for you. And you know, here's another thing in my studying. Every time I found a claim that milk wasn't good for you, they were really talking about butter. Straight up. Like, butter and milk are not the same thing. A lot of these articles that are talking like statistical data about milk are really giving you data on butter. And yeah, butter, you shouldn't be eating a lot of butter. It's not good for you at all. Milk and butter are not the same thing. So here's something interesting. A lot of people think drinking milk makes you gain weight. There's been studies. Drinking milk hasn't been linked to weight gain or obesity. It may actually help curb the appetite. 2013 study showed that dairy helped people feel more full and reduced how much fat they ate overall. And like I already said, it's like such a good thing for all those vitamins, you know? Something I wondered, where's the best milk? Where's the best milk? The best milk is in New Zealand. Yes. There is this brand called Lactalis from France, undisputed leader in the global dairy industry. But New Zealand's grass-fed cows produce some of the world's best quality milk. The quality of the milk is super crazy. And it's because they're just eating this crazy lush ass grass. Unfortunately, I don't live in New Zealand and I can't try this milk. I thought about buying some powdered milk from New Zealand, but it's pretty expensive. And powdered milk, I have no experience with. I feel like it's just a whole different thing. Let's talk about eggnog for a second, because eggnog is coming up very soon. Eggnog is like a whole nother level of people either loving it or hating it. You got people who fucking love eggnog, but really nobody really loves it. It's not like, I've never met someone that you go to their house in August and there's eggnog in the fridge. It's very seasonal. I know in Sweden they have like a whole different drink that looks kind of like Coca-Cola. I can't remember what it's called. No one knows who invented eggnog, but historians generally agree it was popping up in medieval Britain. Medieval Britain? I guess that's like 5th century, 1485, early modern period, 1485. So apparently, like in the 1500s? Is that? Wow, that's really old, if that's true. Christmas season, that's what eggnog was for. Milk punch is sometimes what it's called, according to Wikipedia. That sounds gross to me. And, you know, brandy, rum, whiskey, bourbon, that's the kind of shit you're putting in your eggnog, even though I've never done that. You can make it at home using eggs, sugar, flavoring, cinnamon, nutmeg. I've never done that before, though. It's like milk, cream, sugar, whipped egg whites, egg yolk, nutmeg, alcohol. The upper classes originally were the people who had it in England, the richies, and it was milk, sherry, and eggs. And those were things hard to come by for normal people anyhow. I think sherry at least was. And yeah, we still drink it to this day. A variety called ponche crema has been made and consumed in Venezuela and Trinidad since the 1900s. Alright, and then there's the fact of why did they used to put missing kids on milk cartons, and why did they stop? That was kind of a 70s ordeal. During the late 70s and a bit of the 80s, the United States missing child cases garnered a great deal of news media attention by putting disappearance of Eaton, 1979, and the kidnapping and murder of Adam Walsh, 1981, whose story was told in the television movie Adam, 1983. The reports developed a type of moral panic. Oh, my kids, I'm missing. Stranger danger is what they call that panic. Then you've got missing children on the backs of milk cartons, which has become almost like a legendary lore, because they don't do that now. But it's like a joke in every comedian's back pocket to have something ready about a missing milk carton child. Anyways, the reason they stopped doing it was because the Amber Alert system was invented. If you've ever had your phone just go bop, 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 and then it says something like, a man in an SUV has kidnapped some children. And then you wonder, what am I supposed to do about this? Do I need to go find them? When I was a kid, I thought you had to go find them. So the Amber Alert system essentially took out the use of the missing children on the milk cartons. So, Got Milk. When I was growing up, Got Milk was huge. You'd see like a big black poster and it just said Got Milk. Or you might see a famous celebrity with a milk mustache and it would say Got Milk. When I look it up, it shows, you can't see it, but it's Phoebe and Monica from Friends with Milk Mustaches. It says the USDA and the dairy industry were ringing the alarm bells. Milk consumption was declining, putting a billion-dollar industry at risk. So a clutch of new marketing groups created by the government and funded by a flood of cash took a new track advertising. They took a new track. And what was that track? It was advertising. Advertising. 78 cups of milk a day is what the Americans were drinking. What? Well, anyways, yeah, the government paid for milk ads to push milk funds, and that's why you used to see all these celebrities going, got milk? Got milk? You got milk? Sir, do you have any milk? The whole milk percentages thing, 2% milk, skim milk, whole milk. What's going on? What does it mean? According to the IDFA, International Dairy Food Association, bovine milk consists of 87% water and 13% milk solids. Bovine milk? I've never seen that. Oh, sir, do you have any bovine milk? God, bovine? What this means is that the milk solids right from a cow's udder contain 4% fat and 9% not fat. It's important to understand that when you purchase milk, the 1% or 2% does not represent the amount of milk fat remaining from the 100% milk fat. The percentage found on the milk container is the amount of fat in the milk by weight, as in 1% does not mean 99% of the milk fat is gone. So have you ever thought that? No, that's not what that means. In other words, 1% means that the total serving consists of 1% milk fat, not 1% of the original amount. By understanding this, the term whole milk does not mean 100% milk fat. Whole milk contains about 3.5% milk fat, or 8 grams. So 2%. So whole milk is just 3.5%. God knows what 100% milk fat would look like. It wouldn't look like milk. Maybe it would look like butter. Finally, there's skim or fat-free milk containing 0 grams of milk fat. So it's all about how much milk fat is in there. And even whole milk is only 3.5%. Homogenization is how they do this. The milk essentially shaken to create a balance, and the milk and the cream is separated by the shaking. Sweden actually invented this machine. I saw it on PewDiePie's video yesterday. That separates the AB milk fat machine. Sweden. And Sweden is not Switzerland. I learned that yesterday. They're way different places in different places. I always drink whole milk because it's tasty. It's the tastiest one. The other ones taste watered down. And I always thought that it was literally watered down, but I guess not. It's just the milk fat shaking machine and how much percentage of the milk fat they let be in there. Interesting. Well, if you want my personal thoughts on milk, I'd like to say a few things. Milk is creamy, and nothing else is like that creaminess. It's so creamy. I'll give it one of these. Creamy. Milk is so nice. How it makes cheese. Cheese is nice. Milk, and what it does to chocolate. Another one of these things. Wait, is it this or this? Whatever. I mean, we haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg of what you can do with milk. Well, now we have, because we've talked about cheese and we talked about chocolate. I mean, come on. Chocolate is good. And a big part of why is milk. And I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for pizza. I just simply wouldn't be here. I love pizza so much. Almost rivals coffee. Don't forget to milk and sips milk. Milk you. Milk. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I don't even care if you like the video. Just subscribe. Just blindly subscribe to this. Blindly. Hit the button. Never think about it again. And I'll see you when I hit like 1,000,000 billion subs. And then you'll be like, oh yeah, I think I remember this guy. From forever, I'm one of those true fans, even though I haven't watched one of his videos in a few years. No, anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you learned something about milk. Okay, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Now I do care. I care very greatly that you like it. My want of you subbing has not changed, but my want of you liking has just gone up and up and up and up. Goodbye.